Coral reefs are way more than just pretty underwater stuff. They're like busy hubs where the sea world meets our world. These reefs do a ton of important stuff. They keep our coastlines safe, give fish a place to live, and are super important for lots of people who get food and make a living from them. Plus, they play a huge role in keeping the ocean healthy. So, when we chat about coral reefs, it's not just about the corals. It's also about all the people, animals, and plants that rely on them. That's what makes coral reefs really awesome and super important for both nature and us. So coral reefs and people are super connected. Let's talk about how they affect each other. Coral reefs are way more than just homes for fish. A lot of people need them too. They go fishing there for food. And the reefs help protect shores from big storms. Plus, they're a big deal for tourism, which helps a lot of communities make money. The health of coral reefs depends on what we do. If we're good to the environment, like not overfishing or keeping the water clean, the reefs stay healthy. But if we mess up, like polluting the water or taking too many fish, the reefs can get hurt. Before we continue, please consider subscribing. Now, let's talk about how our actions impact coral reefs and how these awesome ecosystems are fighting back or getting help. Climate change is a huge problem for coral reefs. When the ocean gets warmer, corals can get stressed and bleach, losing the algae they need to survive. Also, as the ocean soaks up more carbon dioxide, it gets more acidic, which makes it hard for corals to build their skeletons. Scientists and people who care about nature are trying different things to help coral reefs. Some are working on breeding tougher corals that can handle warmer, more acidic water. Others are focusing on reducing problems like pollution and overfishing to give the reefs a fighting chance against climate change. There's good news, though. Some coral reefs have shown they can heal if we stop hurting them. Like in Hawaii, where coral reefs started getting better after sewage stopped flowing into the ocean. This shows us that if we ease up on the reefs, they might just make a comeback. Now we will talk about the cool stuff happening in coral reefs and how many different creatures live there. Coral reefs are often called the rainforests of the sea because they're full of different kinds of life. They're home to thousands of species like fish, corals, and tiny organisms. Even though they take up less than 1% of the ocean floor, they're home to about a third of all marine life. In coral reefs, each creature has its job. Corals build the reef's structure and homes, while fish and others do things like cleaning the reef, keeping algae in check, and helping corals make baby corals. Having lots of different creatures is super important for the health of coral reefs. This biodiversity keeps everything running smoothly, like making sure nutrients get recycled, corals grow, and fish have babies. Sadly, coral reefs are dealing with big problems like climate change, dirty water, and too much fishing. These issues can reduce the number of different species and upset the balance of life, making it harder for reefs to handle other problems. Scientists are busy trying to figure out how coral reefs work and all the complex stuff going on there. The more we know, the better we can protect them. Let's check out some examples from around the world where people have successfully helped coral reefs. Marine protected areas are working great in lots of places. Like in Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, where areas managed by locals or together with others saw a big jump in fish size and numbers. This success came from people getting involved and sticking to the rules. Coral growing and planting projects are all about growing corals and putting them back in reefs. Some have seen great results with lots of these new corals surviving. But it's not always easy. They need clear goals and need to keep an eye on things over the long haul. Subscribe if you liked the video, and there's another one showing on the screen.